It is the early 2010s, and the foundations of what would one day become Kaspa are quietly being laid in the halls of academia, far from the spotlight of trading floors or hype cycles. An Israeli computer scientist named Yonatan Sompolinsky, studying at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, finds himself drawn into the world of Bitcoin and distributed systems. Recommended by the head of his school to work with Professor Aviv Zohar, Yonatan begins exploring the limitations of Nakamoto consensus. As he would later reflect, the work involved deep analysis of Bitcoin's security model. Early efforts included contributions related to Bitcoin security audits and proving aspects of its security model, alongside ongoing research into scalability. Ghost's greedy heaviest observed subtree was born from a desire to understand how Bitcoin could scale while preserving its core security properties. The paper, co-authored with Aviv Zohar, proposed an alternative to the strict longest chain rule. Vitalik Buterin would later reference a version of Ghost in the Ethereum white paper. Yonatan continued his academic journey, earning his PhD under Aviv Zohar's supervision, with a dissertation focused on permissionless consensus protocols. His postdoctoral research took him to Harvard, where he delved deeper into transaction ordering, distributed consensus, and related challenges. These years of rigorous study formed the intellectual bedrock for everything that followed. It is 2018. Yonatan co-founds DAG Labs, a research and development company dedicated to implementing academic protocols in real-world systems. Backed primarily by Polychain Capital along with others, DAG Labs set out with an ambitious plan involving the Ghost DAG protocol and related hardware explorations. The company brought together talented minds, including researchers and developers like Shai Wyborski, with contributions from figures such as Elichai Turkel, a known Bitcoin Core contributor working part-time, Michael Sutton, Ori Newman, Antony Emelianov, and others who would become instrumental. DAG Labs funded researchers and core developers, focusing on turning theoretical breakthroughs like Spectre and Phantoms into practical code. The team worked diligently through the years. Challenges arose with some early ambitions, but the focus remained on building a robust, open system. Kaspa grew out of block DAG research at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and later Harvard. The research line dates back to the Ghost protocol section of the Ethereum white paper, surfaced early through the Bitcoin research circuit, and continued through Spectre and Phantom into the protocols running Kaspa today. It is November 2021. After years of research and iteration, Kaspa mainnet launches on November 7th as a fair-launched proof-of-work network. True to the ethos, there is no pre-mine, no insider allocation, no pre-sales. Every coin in circulation has been mined in the open from Genesis onward. The announcement came through Discord, and the network began its journey with CPU miners. Early hash rate grew rapidly from megahashes with hundreds of CPU miners to gigahashes. The Golang prototype saw growing pains, including a notable net split incident shortly after launch. The team relaunched, preserving the UTXO set from the latest stable state. The codebase was then fully rewritten in Rust, Rusty Kaspa, backed by a significant community grant. This rewrite involved broad open source contributions and turned into a major effort with many contributors. It made future scalability possible and exemplified the community-driven nature of the project. Early network operation included handling a spam incident, after which pruning capabilities were enhanced. Kaspa supports prune nodes that maintain full verification while storing only recent data, significantly lowering requirements for participation alongside optional archival nodes. This design helps sustainability and accessibility. Progress continued through 2022 to 2024, with steady improvements to the Rust implementation, node performance, and ecosystem foundations. Developers focused on stability, with the network demonstrating strong uptime. In 2025, major advancements marked the network's maturation. The Crescendo hard fork activated on May 5, 2025, successfully bringing 10 blocks per second to mainnet. This upgrade, enabled by the Rust rewrite, represented a key milestone in scalability, while preserving security and decentralization. Around this time, researcher Hans Moog joined the project as a core researcher granted through the Kaspa Ecosystem Fund. With over 24 years of coding experience, including founding a successful tech company, running large-scale operations, and deep work in DAG-based DLTs after contributions to IOTA research, Hans brought valuable perspective. He noted the alignment with Satoshi's visions and the project's commitment to true decentralization. Shai Wyborski departed around this period after significant early contributions. Kaspa achieved impressive records: 5,584 TPS on mainnet and over 158 million transactions in a single day, setting proof-of-work benchmarks. The network reached 1 billion total transactions processed since launch by early 2026. Public nodes grew, and the community expanded with new tools, wallets, and applications. On June 30th, 2026, the Toccata hard fork activated as planned, introducing covenant-based base layer programmability. This opened pathways for vaults, smart wallets, native assets, and more advanced constructions, while maintaining the network's core strengths. Development toward DAG Knight continued, targeting further improvements in consensus for even faster and more resilient operation under various network conditions. From humble academic roots, through the building of DAG Labs, the commitment to a pure fair launch, the Rust rewrite, Crescendo, and Toccata, Kaspa has grown into a live high-performance proof-of-work block DAG. Jonathan Sompolinsky and the core team have emphasized long-term vision, with quotes reflecting dedication to completing the project and realizing real-time decentralization. The project stands as a testament to patient research, open-source collaboration, and a vision of scalable, decentralized money faithful to original principles. The story continues to be written by developers refining code, researchers pushing boundaries, miners securing the network, and a global community building upon it.